And with that, I think we're ready for our next big event. And I think you wanted to kind of set up here just that little kind of segue.
Yeah, so the feature focus segment. So piggybacking on what we did last week, we kind of talked about Fill My Schedule, right? The importance of a direct mail program and client retention. You could see it as a pitch if you wanted to, but we really broke down how that whole program works, the copy, the intent, the time periods that you should be targeting. If we carry that over to this podcast, you can use the ServiceMonster drip campaigns to do the Fill My Schedule 8-step program. And you can either do it as an email program or a direct mail program, which is pretty cool. So we want to kind of dive into drip campaigns, why you want to use them, why you care about them, what you could run into if you're not doing them correctly, some of the best practices that you should do when you're setting them up, and then we'll hand you over to different places where you can get training to figure out how to set up your own drip campaigns.
And so for anyone who's wondering what a drip campaign means, we're talking about automation on the marketing front, and those emails and so on that we send out, we set up to sit at certain times, and they're ready to go. So Joe, why do we care about marketing automation?
Well, let me start with horsepower. So when you're single owner operator, you get 50 or 60, maybe 70 hours a week if you want to keep a marriage together. You learn very quickly how to do work when you're not at work, right, in your brain, and then you just come to work and implement some of the changes to your business. Those are the best places to work on your business as opposed to, just pushing the wand. I learned a long time ago, though, if I get 5 amazing employees, that's an additional 200 hours a week of horsepower. Like, my extra 10 or 20 hours is insignificant. It's a 10x on the extra time I'm burning, right? Automation is like hiring employees without the freaking payroll. And I say that surrounded by employees. But the deal is with marketing automation, some of the tasks that were typically given to the office workers to make sure that certain things were getting done in terms of client retention can be set up in such a way where it's just done automatically. You can set up the Fill My Schedule email campaign to drip out to people based off their last invoice date and hit them a week later, hit them a month later, then 3 months, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24. You can just keep going too. And each one of those will have a special kind of content that they get delivered. And once you set it up, it's done. That's it. You'll never have to touch it. You want some things in place so you know that things are still working once in a while. And we'll talk about that. But automating it, it's like a brand new employee that works 24/7 that is responsible for sending out communications to your clients. So automation is a big deal because you don't have time to wear every single flippin' hat all the time and remember every little detail. Like I get it, I know. So that's why I like it, because once you set it up, it just kind of runs on its own. Now, not to take away any delusions or anything, you can set up an automated direct mail campaign too. And if you want them to get to the home by pushing a button, that program's called Fill My Schedule. But if you want the campaign to run automatically so that you can print out your labels and letters and then stuff your envelopes yourself, you would use the drip campaigns to do that. And then you would be prompted with the email of all the materials that you need once those run to go print and stamp and seal and ship those out. So marketing automation is going to help you stay on top of your client retention programs, and they can help you with your prospecting campaigns too, which we'll talk about in a little bit.